sucker run?
Oh, it had a little thing.
Go ahead. Say hello.
Hi. Just trying to figure this thing out.
Over here getting this phone situation figured out. What's going down?
How's it going? I've got a new comfy coat. Actually, it's a robe. I got it for Christmas. I mean, I still use my other one, but I just spilled something on it.
This ain't gonna work. I gotta hold it. Carter was rocking my phone, and
you can put it like on top of this or something.
No, it won't work. I'll just hold it.
Like that.
Cause I got this right here.
Okay.
What up, man?
Put it inside that tissue box or something.
Okay. I'm gonna do it like
know.
this. I'm gonna just rock it like this until it go off.
Ooh.
What's going on?
Hello.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yeah. So,
All right.
so we've been we got into.
Scooch to me. Oh, there we go.
Well,
Oh, how was everybody's Christmas? How was everybody's New Year's Eve? Christmas was crazy for us.
yeah, it was. We got to visit a lot of family, and it was cool. We we had people over at the house, so that was nice. Pretty good time. We had my family over,
family
and then we spent
Saturday.
And we went up to her dad's house.
Yeah. Christmas Day we stayed here. We basically ran a daycare last night so everyone else could enjoy their New Year. Oh gosh, that sounds crazy.
Right.
We didn't do anything special.
Yeah, no, we didn't do anything too crazy, but yeah, we had a good time. Got to relax. We got some work done outside on the houses. So,
oh yeah.
So that was good. I got a little bit of work in.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. So this week on the live, we wanted to touch on basically, with the New Year, everybody does New Year's resolutions or do like some plans for like the upcoming year. And we watched a video earlier today, and it was pretty helpful for us, and we said, well, that's what we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
And go into a little bit. It's basically how to shape or how to frame your resolutions.
Well, yeah, something like that. So it's kind of just like planning for the year ahead. So things that you already know are going to happen or things that you'd like to happen, just kind of actually planning it out. It sounds like a big to-do, but... and it might take multiple times to actually do all of the planning, but it's well worth it. We haven't done it before. I mean, we've done planning as far as like a weekly meeting together where we are budgeting and just talking about like the week ahead, and then to just discuss anything maybe that we didn't get to discuss during the week or something, right? Mm-hmm. So, this one lady I follow, her Instagram handle is called Fun Cheaper Free. She said, "Don't you know wearing your hat indoors is bad luck? Not already. It's only January 1st." I didn't know that. Is that bad luck wearing your hat indoors?
I guess I've heard that before. My mom used to always get on me for wearing my hat inside, but
whatever.
Yeah, right.
What ifs? But yeah, so I follow this lady on Instagram. Her Instagram handle is Fun Cheaper Free, and so she's got tons of tips and stuff. So anyway, I stumbled upon this where it's like you plan for the year ahead. So we're just going to kind of talk about that because we started doing that earlier today.
Yeah, we got started on it, and it's and I think it'll be helpful. So
yeah.
So she's got it,
especially if you have a family. I think.
Yeah, definitely with a family, and then we could always just kind of you say you will link it or something like that, or like to the video. I want.
I'll figure out how to put like
a link maybe maybe in our bio or something like that, so you can click on a video, or maybe my IGTV or something like that.
Yeah.
You just swipe up and go check the YouTube video.
Yeah,
but
I think
anyways.
But yeah, anyways, so.
Yep. So it's broken down into like 6 different categories. I'll let you go through them that you wrote them.
Okay, so and one of them was kind of like special occasions. So things that you know are already going to happen, like your anniversary if you're married, or maybe other people's anniversaries, like your parents, birthdays, holidays, and traditions. So like for these, either if it's just the people in your family, you're planning out like maybe when you're going to have the party or when it is, and you're setting and when we're talking about this planning, we're talking about having like a digital calendar, because a lot of times a written calendar isn't going to work if you're trying to kind of sync up your schedule with another person.
Right.
So it's nice to have like a calendar on your iPhone or like Google Calendar, and you can put something in there and then it appears on the other person's calendar as well, so that you guys are on the same page and you don't like double book on the same day.
Right.
Yeah, so we started doing that like before we watched this video, and that's helped us a lot as far as like me knowing when Dion has like different appointments, or him knowing like if I scheduled like a dentist or a doctor's appointment for one of the kids, and just whatever random stuff we have going on. But anyways, so for this, it's just kind of like setting reminders in the digital calendar to know, like, so that you can really go into detail when you're having your weekly meetings. You can go more into detail for each of these things. So, for example, earlier today, we did anniversaries and birthdays. So one thing that's important to me is like sending out birthday cards to close like family. And I've been struggling with it because it's just hard for me to remember everybody's birthday, and obviously now that we're married, like there's a lot more people, and I just think it's important, like people remember me on my birthday, and I want to be able to remember other people, and getting a card just makes it more special. So we just bought, I don't want to like go on a tangent.
No, you're good.
But we just bought like a little wall calendar for birthdays, and it's just every month, and it lists the day, and you can write each person's name on there. So then every month I'll see like, oh, it's our niece's birthday, I'm going to send her a card. Or if you send gifts or whatever, then you can plan that in advance. So that's kind of what they're talking about. Or, if like Carter's birthday is on the 7th, Ava's birthday is on the 17th, Dion's birthday is February 2nd, so it's like it's very busy. So we kind of talked about just doing something fun for Carter's birthday. We're planning Ava's first birthday, and then we want to plan like to go out for Dion's birthday. Then we have Valentine's Day, so it's like all of these things you should be planning for. And then I think another thing is for like the holidays and traditions, it'd be nice to plan out like, oh, so this year, or next year we'll go to his family for Thanksgiving, or my family, or whatever. And just figure it out beforehand, so that when we come closer to the holiday, it's one less thing we don't have to think about. It's already planned out. If people ask us, we can say, nope, sorry, we've already going here.
Right.
Happy New Year, Mom.
Happy New Year. Yeah, so that.
Yeah. So that was like one category, like just the simple stuff that you can kind of plan in advance, like those things are going to happen. So
it'll just make everything go smoothly, because everybody's got like different schedules and different things just going. Like things that you know about or that you're better with, and then like things relating with the kids. And I bet as they get older, it's going to be more of a challenge, just because they have their own schedules and stuff that they need to do. So it's a good practice to kind of develop as early as possible. If you can't do it, it's just because you're not like staying on it. And we've tried in different variations in the past of like trying to find a good system, like where we can meet regularly and go over the forecasting, I guess, family forecasting. But, this is a good framework and a good structure, I think, that we can use, and you could probably use to to get on the same path or same track.
Yeah. Just to keep improving, like even just like as far as communication skills and with your husband or wife or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. So another category is obviously like school stuff. Obviously our kids are small, so they aren't like in school, whereas there's like school holidays where they're off and we have to coordinate or that kind of stuff. But yeah, obviously school stuff, that's like a big thing for people who have older children. And then if you yourself are in college or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another thing for us is like planning out dates.
Boom, yeah. Yeah, it was funny.
This is major,
Yeah, she said in the video, she said, basically, if you're not going on 2 date months, my phone just died, it's cool. If you're not going on 2 dates a month,
3 days,
you're doing it wrong, basically. And
it's hard when you got kids.
Yeah, it's hard just because, it's just a lot happening, basically.
But she's not even just talking about, like, going out. Just planning, like, alone time with your partner, even if it's just, like, at home, like a Netflix and chill type of thing.
Netflix and chill.
Like, after the kids go to bed, we've stayed up way past our bedtime to watch.
It's nice to be able to do that.
Yeah, it's nice. Like, no one's jumping all over you. We can cuddle on the couch and watch a movie. Like
uninterrupted.
Yeah,
uninterrupted.
Because
basically, our whole day is a segment, like a continuous segment of like stop and starts through like everything that you try to get done.
Oh yeah,
it's just like
I think Dion understands it more now, so that he's
you spend more time with him.
No, but I'm just saying, like since you are not working outside of the home anymore, it's I feel like you feel it a lot. You actually. Feel
it's
it
not a productive environment, that's for sure, but it's a real environment where it's like for example, a real life example, my phone just died. It's because Carter hijacked my phone, and it was just easier at the time to let him just have some downtime where he wasn't in your face versus let my phone charge. He watched his videos, phone died. So like that kind of thing, you got to be flexible. So it's a lot of stuff that happens within the schedule that you change.
But anyway, so dates are another thing you should schedule out in advance. So like these people that we got this idea from, they do a weekly date, and I think they schedule it for every Saturday, and they'll do like every other date the other person. So like it'd be me schedule one, then Dion will plan the other one, then I will plan it, then Dion, and so on and so forth. They also do that for our anniversaries and like Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, the alternating. That's a good idea. It takes a lot of pressure off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I suggest.
Then you're not like, what do you want to do?
I feel like I've suggested that in the past, and I definitely agree with it. Because I think in relationships, not to go on another tangent, but in relationships, when there's clear roles or clear roles and there's a clear understanding, it creates a lot less dysfunction because you're on the same path. You know what I mean? And so that's like I felt like the date night aside, that was good. To have the alternating because you don't know you want to be able to do some stuff. What they said basically, you do some stuff that you like, and and vice versa.
Yeah. I mean, we like a lot of the same stuff, but yeah.
Facts.
And we're pretty open to. We have fun no matter what, basically.
Facts.
So yeah, dates, and then also any like trips or travel plans that you have or you want to have, because say you want to go on a cruise, you want to go to Taiwan, but it ain't gonna happen if you don't have the money. Because so then if you plan those in advance, you can kind of save and budget for that in advance as well. So yeah, just planning the larger traveling and stuff like that. And then any other type of like extra activities, like family stuff, maybe. They also mentioned like looking at like your city, like your city's calendar, like your community calendar, like in and around your city. to see like maybe when they have different functions or things going on, like if there's a carnival or like a 4th of July parade or things that you don't want to miss out on. Like this year we missed out on downtown Detroit.
Did we go that? Yeah.
We missed out on the Noel night for downtown Detroit. We didn't realize that it was like literally the like December 1st. And
I wasn't totally sold on going back after last night or last year. Last year was a fiasco. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah. But I still kind of wanted, like, it's nice to do stuff that's like free where you're just like walking around and
we had a good time regardless.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really get to experience Noel night last year. Mm-hmm. Let's just say that. Mm-hmm. But so yeah, just stuff like community stuff, like maybe there's different festivals, art fairs, things like that. Maybe that you want to go to or sounds fun, then you can kind of plan those out in advance. Because I'm always talking about like, oh, we need to do like this type of stuff with Carter and blah blah blah, and a lot of times it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
All right, and then, so some other ones are like if you go to church, if you have like church events or things that reoccur, you can do that. Or I was thinking of even like volunteer type of stuff.
Yeah.
So that would be a good one to plan the year in advance. So right now we're just kind of talking about, for those new people who have joined, planning for the year ahead and how you can do that and what things that you can schedule in a calendar and stuff.
Yeah.
You want to talk about these ones then? Because I talked about the last.
Yeah, so what they did, they both wrote out like a family fitness goal, or was it individual fitness goals?
They both had their own, like, well, actually they had a family one and individual ones. So, like, her husband had, like, he wanted to, I don't know, just stay more active. And so, like, they schedule in, like, if they have a class at the gym they want to go to, or say they have like basketball that's getting together, like it's scheduled in the calendar and it's not moving, so that is what they are doing. Yeah,
that is right. He did say he likes to go to the classes, so that was one way. Like because a lot of times, they have schedules that they put out. So what you do is you figure out which ones you want to be involved with, and then you just knock it out.
So like for Dion, he has a group that he goes to like work out with on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings, and then like every once in a while you have like a basketball thing, and then so
Friday mornings. Yeah.
So then on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday he just goes to like his regular gym or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is good. So we'll put that on the calendar too. And just a side note, just to throw in there, it's a lot of things that's covered within this whole yearly plan theme or whatever. But with the theme, I'll just throw that in there. The theme, basically everything is connected. So they're all.
Did we talk about this?
Not yet. I just want to throw this point before I forgot it.
Okay.
And then so they're all connected, and then
with the theme.
Yeah, they're connected with the theme, and I was going somewhere else with it. But
sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah, and so doctor's appointments and that sort of thing. So so you know what it is.
Yep. So then, obviously, if you have kids, and yourself, having doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, eye appointments, things like that are regular, so that you are. So not only are you setting up specific dates, but you're basically setting up maybe at the beginning of the month, hey, here's a reminder, you gotta set this appointment up, or you need to plan for this birthday, or you need to plan for this anniversary, maybe a month in advance or something like that. So you're not forgetting about these
top
things.
Of mind.
So so regular appointments and things for kids and yourself.
Yep, and then
I think that's about it for all the things that you would plan.
Yeah, those are those sections.
So basically, special occasions, school, things for your kids, community and social type of events, health and fitness goals and appointments, and then also your other type of stuff like trips, financial.
I remember what I was saying before
dates.
I forget. Where I was going with the point before was this is a lot that's covered, and so it's not done in one setting. She said like when they did it last year, it was like like over 10 times where they sat and kind of met and went over, even probably getting all that information and getting it together and kind of putting it into play. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was that miraculous point that I couldn't.
What are you doing?
We have a visitor in the room.
No.
She likes to pull cords. Yeah. So yeah, and it was like a 12-minute video. You can actually put like a.
There we go.
You can even put the link in there and pan it as a comment. Yeah, but I don't know. Okay. It would have to be copied. Let me see. I can do it over here.
Okay. So then another thing that they kind of went over, these are just some like tips and pointers. Obviously the digital calendar and syncing up with your husband or wife or whoever you need to sync up with. And then also, having maybe a theme for the year, which this is a really good one. So like she gave an example as like their last year was like strong was like a theme, so they wanted to strengthen their finances, strengthen their marriage, strengthen different relationships, etc.
Yeah.
And another one was like, was it also, I think it also had to do with their fitness, like being strong, because they had made it a goal, like maybe every Saturday they did some type of family activity, or Friday or whatever the day was. Yep. Whether it was sledding, going for a bike ride, going skiing, just like some kind of like fitness activity with the family, which I thought was a really good idea. And so they actually like put on the calendar like biking this day, sledding this day. Sometimes they did it, sometimes they didn't, because or swimming, maybe it wasn't nice enough to swim that day, maybe it was raining, but it's just kind of like you're putting it on there so that you have these ideas already, that your Saturday off doesn't come around and you're sitting here twiddling your thumbs like, oh, what should I do?
Yeah,
you already have some ideas kind of already laid out in the calendar.
Yeah.
And so, like
That's
I said, like obviously these are flexible because you're still supposed to do, you still should do like a weekly meeting with your spouse, that you should still set aside time to plan your week ahead. So
they said that they do it like appointments. They even book it in their appointment, like, and they treat it as like it was a doctor's appointment or any other type of scheduled thing. They scheduled it and
they kept to it.
Yeah.
So then they would take that time to plan for their week and to check in with each other and obviously finances and stuff like that. So that's just some points. Maybe we'll let you guys know how ours goes.
Progress reports.
Yeah, so far we've only planned
anniversaries
and birthdays. Obviously we planned more in detail Dion's and the kids because it's like now. So next we're really going to be going into holidays and traditions and the rest of this stuff. So
so I'm excited. I think I like the video. I think it gives good clarity to the whole topic.
Yeah, and she also had like a printable or whatever
That's what you sent me. That's what I had.
Link. No. I got the link though. But yeah, so is there anything else that you wanted to
Nope.
talk about?
I think that's good.
Yeah. So if there's anything that you guys do that you think might be helpful as far as like planning for your year or even like a weekly meeting with your partner.
How does it work?
How it works, what you do, some tips and pointers, DM us and let us know.
Yep.
Because we like
we like to hear about it. We like to learn and figure out what works.
Best, because I mean, and obviously nobody's perfect. Like we haven't really had a weekly meeting in a while. Yeah. We kind of fell off.
Yep.
So we just got to get back at it. It's the new year.
Right. 2019. That's crazy.
I know.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. All right, we're gonna get off here.
All right. Peace.
Bye.